This is a story about being specific. Specific is terrific. Oftentimes what you want involves other people, the people in your world. I call this getting the people in your world to orbit around your planet. Here's an example of a client getting clear on what she wanted, which resulted in her husband changing his behavior. My client and her husband have a 7-year-old boy. My client's husband is a workaholic, always has been. So as my client is going through the transitions program, we're talking about how to create her ideal life. And one of the things that she stated would be nice is if her husband worked less, a lot less, and was home more, a lot more. Okay, well, as we started going through the steps, so we need to get specific, we need to drill down. What does being home more mean? Right? How many hours a week do you want him to work? Because she was really vague. Gee, it would be swell if he was home more. Well, what does that really mean, right? And it would be great if he would work less hours. Well, again, what does that mean, right? Drill it down. How many days a week do you want him to work? How many days a week do you want him to have off? What hours do you want him to work? So we're going through this process and my client is drilling it down and she's getting more and more specific and then all about what she wanted regarding her husband, the hours that she wanted him to work, the days off that she wanted him to have. And all of a sudden she stopped herself and she looked at me and she said, he's never gonna go for this. So, well, that's a limiting belief. And a limiting belief is one of the things that always gets in the way of you having what you want, right? You have to get clear about what you want and you have to believe that it's gonna happen the way you want it to happen and you have to believe that you deserve it. And even though we're talking about your husband and his behavior, you still have the power to change it and the steps that we're taking here is how you do it. Right? So we went through it again. She got clear, she got specific, she drilled it down to how many days a week she wanted him to work and how many hours a week she wanted him to work and how many days off she wanted him to have and which days off she wanted him to have, the whole bit, right? Here's where it gets interesting, as to what she wanted, right? So a couple days later, my client is in her kitchen with her 7-year-old boy and the husband walks in, looks at the little boy and says, I'm gonna take you to school tomorrow. Just want you to know, so be prepared. And the little boy looks at his dad and says, really? You never take me to school. And the husband said, well, I'm taking you to school tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that, I'm gonna be home a lot more.